Turns out only a madman can tame another madman. To get back at his brother who ignored him completely, the crazy man decided to make his brother see only him. Late at night in the courtyard, his brother was trembling in the corner. Where did it all go wrong? Did he use too little ghost potion? Or was trusting that witch doctor a mistake from the start? Heavy footsteps drew closer and closer. He quickly covered his mouth and nose. If caught, he'd be dead. The door suddenly burst open, revealing the beast's true face. When he turned 18, his father suddenly brought home a child, said it was an old friend's son, and told him to treat the boy well. He knew full well this was no friend's son, but a bastard child from an affair, though he agreed on the surface. He had no intention of caring for such a lowly wretch. One day that child came to his courtyard. He rudely compared him to a dog. It was a tree his mother planted to commemorate his birth. It was March when plum blossoms were in full bloom. The fragrance was incredible, but the kid said he never knew plum blossoms could smell so sweet, just like the scent his elder brother gave off. He paused. Don't you know saying such things to people is improper? The kid just smiled brightly. So you're saying I just flirted with you? He sneered. If he admitted it, wouldn't that make him a fool played by a child? What a cunning brat. Come here. His pipe immediately struck the kid's hand. From now on call me young master, and don't touch your master's beloved tree. But the kid didn't back down. You want me to act like a servant? Who made that rule? He flew into a rage. Was this guy mocking him for not being the family head? He warned viciously. In this house you'll never be my equal. If you want to stay here, you must obey 3 rules. Don't appear before me, don't touch what's mine, and don't make me mention you. Break 1 rule, and I'll throw you out. The child didn't even blink. Just obediently said he understood. After that, the guy dutifully followed his warning. Even when they ran into each other, the guy always wore that same smile, which annoyed him every time. 10 years passed like this. Then suddenly his brother passed the imperial exam and won the emperor's favor. He was furious. Then his father turned on him. Useless fool. Your brother passed with honors, and you should be running barefoot to celebrate. Instead you're hiding in your room. He laughed coldly. He was right all along. So-called old friend's son, just a bastard born to a lowly maid. The old man's secret was he flew into a rage. His father's repeated calls of worthless made his heart utterly despair. He stumbled out and saw that figure he despised so much. Haven't been to your quarters in a while. Have you been well these days, elder brother? To eliminate the brother who stole everything from him, he made his move against his brother. But who'd have thought he'd become the prey instead? After his brother passed the exam, news quickly spread through the household. The young lady originally meant for him cancelled the engagement and wanted to marry his brother instead. Looks like the Grand Counselor saw it coming. The eldest son's worthless, so he picked the second best option. He was livid. No wonder that old geezer kept delaying his marriage. The servant was furious at these gossiping servants. He wanted to teach them a lesson, but the young master stopped. The servant was still indignant. How could the master be so cruel? How could he give his own son's betrothal to an outsider? He seethed. This guy stole his father, his wife. The more he thought about it, the more bitter he became. He underestimated that guy. No matter what, he'd take it all back. Xiaomo, go to the market and find someone. They soon found the witch doctor. The blind witch said his brother was the sharp axe. While he had weak foundations and a fragile fate, at age 10 his brother had help from a benefactor. Now his roots run deep. From now on he'd only rise higher, and warned him not to provoke this person. He refused to accept it. He threatened the old witch with his life to use dark magic, fate, destiny, whatever. He just wanted that bastard gone. The door closed without warning. The candles flickered. The witch's eyes suddenly widened with crazed realization. Use a seduction curse. His fate is special. This is the only method I can offer. I'll choose an auspicious day for you. The snake finally made his move, even using a servant who admired his brother. But he'd reap what he sowed. He followed the witch's advice, using a seduction curse to eliminate his brother. He went to great lengths to find the ghost water. The smell reminded him of the past. This was what those depraved sons loved. He'd once seen someone who drank ghost water. The memory still made him shudder. Soon came the day the witch spoke of. His father did the prime minister's banquet and wouldn't return all night. He sent all the household servants to the other estate under the pretext of celebrating a festival. Everything was going according to plan. After locking the gates, he found the servant, but the servant refused even at risk of punishment. Little did the servant know he already discovered his habit of sneaking to the other estate. The servant was shocked. Don't think I don't know you've been sneaking around the estate every night, and whenever you get the chance you take my snacks and give them to that guy. As your master, I can help you get what you want. The servant trembled with fear, but refused to budge. But this is your best chance. The young master you admire so much is about to get married. Father returns tomorrow. This is your last chance. If you just follow my orders. All he needed was for that guy's reputation to be ruined. In the other estate, the servant carefully approached. His brother warmly called out Xiaomu coming clean. The servant brought in the dessert. Said it was a tonic the master had made, and he must watch him drink it. His brother gently thanked him. Said it was bitter, but picked up the bowl. After just one sip, he sensed something was wrong, but still drank it down. The sin he lit himself, he had to extinguish himself. At the critical moment the servant actually ran away. The crazy brother was about to be devoured. Seeing his unconscious brother, he sneered. Pathetic fool. Fell for such a simple trick. So what if the emperor favors him? Lift him up. The servant trembled as he lifted him, eyes full of heartache. The young master frowned at the sight. He kicked him. Idiot, stupid and pathetic. What are you standing there for? Get moving. Are you testing my patience? I'm done being patient with you. Before I lose it, take off his outer robe now. The servant's hand trembled. He remembered the young master, gently calling him Xiaomu. Tears streamed down. He couldn't bring himself to do it. I'm sorry, young master. He shoved the young master aside and ran. He cursed under his breath. Xiaomu, you bastard, get back here now. He watched the figure disappear. He seized an opportunity like this, he couldn't let it slip away. Time was running out. Soon his father would return. This was his only chance. So he decided to do it himself. At dawn he dragged Xiaomu back. Or find some beggar from the market. He carefully reached out. What he saw made him freeze. Before he could react, someone grabbed his wrist. In an instant he was pinned down. He was shocked. Damn it, how is this guy awake? Without thinking, he swung his fist, but before he could escape, someone grabbed his ankle. Now he stared at his brother who easily overpowered him. His heart raced. He was about to lose ground. He spotted a fallen candlestick. He grabbed it with effort and swung hard. His brother's body swayed from the blow. He seized the chance and ran. He had to get away, somewhere that bastard couldn't see. But he didn't notice his brother's dark eyes, filled with crazed possessiveness, locked onto his fleeing figure. All he could think about was escaping. But where could he go? A large hand suddenly appeared from behind, yanking him back hard. He was shocked and furious. He struck back with his elbow, but his brother seemed to feel no pain and didn't flinch. Just dragged him step by step toward the estate. His eyes turned red with panic. He frantically grabbed dirt from the ground and threw it behind him. The moment his brother closed his eyes, he broke free and bolted. His mind was in chaos. What now? How could he escape this guy? He stumbled into the kitchen. Outside, his brother's ghostly figure appeared. He trembled. Where did it all go wrong? Should he never have listened to the witch? Or maybe Xiao Mu messed it up. But in the end, he brought this on himself. Then tearfully hide. He nervously covered his mouth. Outside, the sound of a door opening. He couldn't mistake that sound. It was the small gate opening. He breathed a sigh of relief, but he didn't dare let his guard down. Just to be safe, he had to make sure. He carefully lay on the ground, peering through the crack in the door. The next second, his pupil shrank. His blood seemed to freeze instantly. His brother finally got what he wanted. Now he was slung over his brother's shoulder, step by step toward the estate. He kept cursing, but had no strength left. In a daze, they returned to the battlefield, where they chased each other for hours. His brother threw him straight to the ground. He gasped in pain. He glared viciously at his brother. That bastard. Watching the beast approach step by step, his heart raced. His eyes filled with defiance. Was there really no way out? Now caught in the trap. Was he destined to be devoured without a trace? Whether his father or a servant, anyone would do. But soon he was completely overpowered. Seeing him bullied to tears, his brother, now conscious, felt a greedy desire. The servant was shocked to see the master return. He pounded on the door. Inside, his brother's vision gradually cleared with each violent knock. Everything felt like a dream, especially this face. It was his brother Jaihan. Strange memories flashed through his mind. First the soup the servant gave him, then his brother's actions. He staggered, holding his head, wondering if he was still dreaming, especially the expression on his face. One he'd never seen before, it stirred a greedy desire in him. Where are the boys? The servant carefully said young master Jaihan seemed to go out yesterday. What about Ruin? The other young master should be at the estate. Seems he's prepared his wash water. That familiar, angry voice startled them both. It pulled his brother completely back to reality. The gym boy lives at the estate. Yes. He'll be out shortly to greet you. This way, please. Hearing the voice's approach, his brother carefully made a shushing gesture. He nodded. Ruin isn't up yet. How can he be so lazy on a day like this? I'll go wake him up to get ready. Just as he finished speaking, the door opened from inside. A handsome figure stepped out. Father, you're here. The crazy beauty was ultimately carried back to the estate by his brother. Now he stared at that beast, like gazed through the crack in the door. Terror flooded his entire body. Before he could react, a large hand suddenly reached for him. He was shot. He quickly backed away and fell to the ground. Then came the sound of the wooden door being pushed. He rushed forward to block it. The door bolt snapped under his horrified gaze. The weapon fell to the ground. He scrambled to grab it. Behind him the door burst open with a bang. His brother's face, beautiful yet ghostly, suddenly appeared. His eyes held no clarity, only obsession with his prey. Now he was fighting for his life, but his brother easily dodged and grabbed his wrist. His wrist throbbed with pain. The next second he was slammed hard against the door. He gasped in pain, shocked and furious. Why was he doing this to him? His brother, drugged with ghost water, couldn't hear him. The madness in his eyes intensified. Seeing he was about to lose again, he thought quickly. He softened his tone. Okay, I get it, I won't run anymore. He soothed gently. Seeing him actually stop, he was thrilled. I'm sorry it was my fault before. I shouldn't have been so cold to you. You're not that pitiful child anymore. There's not much I can do for you as your brother. Just behave. A flash of viciousness crossed his eyes. He lifted his foot and kicked hard. He fled frantically again, but the long tension and exhaustion, his strength was fading. Something tripped him. He fell flat. Sharp pain shot through his foot. Ignoring the pain, he crawled forward with all his might. The figure behind drew closer and closer, grabbing his ankle and yanking him back. In an instant he was hoisted over his brother's shoulder, striding purposefully.